Today, we are going to break down a massive shift that's happening in software development. We're talking about the rise of the solo developer who can wield the power of an entire team. And no, this isn't just some far-off theory. It's a new reality, and it's built on a very specific set of tools. So let's get into it. Let me just start with a simple question. Imagine a complex application, something that just a few years ago would have needed a whole team. What if that could now be built from start to finish by just one person? I know, it sounds a little like science fiction, but it's happening right now. And this is the scale of the change we're talking about. A project that needed 5 specialists, your front-end person, back-end, DevOps, the whole crew, can now be done by a single, hyper-efficient developer. So the big question is, how is that even possible? Well, the answer isn't some single magic bullet. It's a complete system, a framework that's built on 9 integrated technologies and practices. These are the pillars holding up this whole new way of building things. So the foundation of this superpower rests on these 9 pillars. You've got AI agents, using Markdown as a programming language, a standard for tools to talk to each other, and brand new AI-first IDEs. Then there's a universal Linux environment, test-driven inspective and development, reusable skills, and finally, universal cloud deployment. It sounds like a lot, I know, but the whole point is that they're designed to work together as one cohesive system. Now here's the really cool part. Each one of these pillars isn't just a new tool. It's a solution that smashes a specific, long-standing barrier. For example, AI coding agents, they get rid of the bottleneck of typing every single line of code. Test-driven development, that removes the fear of breaking things, so you can iterate with total confidence. And universal cloud deployment, it just erases the infrastructure nightmare, letting you deploy anywhere. Each pillar solves a huge problem. But here it is, the most important idea of this whole explainer. The real power, this secret sauce, isn't in just using 1 or 2 of these things. It's all about how they depend on each other, and, more importantly, how they amplify each other. Think of it like this. Adopting one pillar might give you a small boost, make you a little faster. But when you adopt them as a complete system, that's when you get a multiplier effect. The whole becomes so much greater than the sum of its parts. Let's make this real for a second. Take Pillar 8, Composable Skills. It's a fancy term for reusable blocks of expertise. Super powerful, right? But it's useless on its own. It absolutely needs Pillar 7, Spec-driven development, to give it structure. And it relies on Pillar 3, a common language for tools, so the AI can actually understand and use those skills. You see, they all lean on each other. Okay, enough of the abstract stuff. Let's see how this all comes together in the real world with a developer we're going to call Maya. She built an entire financial analytics platform by herself in 1 week. So Maya doesn't start by writing code. Nope. She starts with a detailed plan, a spec written in plain old Markdown. But thanks to these pillars, this isn't just some static document. It's an executable blueprint that an AI can read directly and act on to build the app. And then the magic happens. Her AI coding agent reads that Markdown spec, understands exactly what's needed, and just starts cranking out the code, right there inside her AI-first editor. It's like having the perfect pair programmer that never gets tired. But wait, how does she trust the AI's code? That's where Pillar 6 comes in. Test-driven development. She writes the tests first to define what success looks like. And she saves a ton of time by not reinventing the wheel. She just pulls in a pre-built authentication skill instead of coding it from scratch. And finally, the step that used to be a specialized, complex job, deployment. Now it's completely streamlined. With Pillar 9, she just packages her app into standard containers and deploys it universally. No need to become a full-time infrastructure expert. The result? 1 developer, 1 week, 1 complete platform. It's incredible. So what's the big picture outcome of a workflow like this? Well, it actually creates a brand new type of developer with a totally different skill profile. We used to talk about I-shaped developers, deep experts in one thing, and T-shaped developers who have broad knowledge with one specialty. This new system creates the M-shaped developer. Someone who can go deep in multiple domains, front-end, back-end, and infrastructure, all at the same time. The AI and the system handle the tedious details, so you don't have to choose.
And this right here is the key. Maya didn't pull us off by working 100-hour weeks or being some kind of mythical genius. Her incredible speed came from a workflow that had zero friction, zero handoffs, zero context switching. It all came from continuity.
So the main takeaway is actually pretty simple. The superpower isn't the person, it's the system. This isn't about individual brilliance. It's about the smart, systematic integration of these 9 pillars working in concert. So I'll just leave you with this little thought experiment. Take another look at these 9 pillars. If you were forced to get rid of 3 of them, which ones would you pick? And more importantly, what breaks when they're gone? What connections get severed? Thinking through that really shows you the true power of the complete system. Thanks for tuning in.